Welcome back. Alright, yes, scouting. Yeah, I think I had Roddick learn Animal Instinct. That's perhaps one of the hardest talents to learn.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, I think it happened just by chance.
I think it is too. I think ultimately just boils down to pure chance, and it's kind of
This shouldn't be a problem. Here they come!
Yeah, the monsters here are slightly powerful, so having Fia on the front lines is worth it. There we go.
Anyone standing in our way gets what he deserves.
More or less. That's pretty much how I feel about the monsters in general. Yeah, it's a long walk to Tatroy. A long walk. Well, although we're technically jogging.
It's a way, sir. It's a hike.
Yep.
This ought to be a good fight.
Look out!
So basic encounter here. Since I can tell by their reactions.
And by the fact that Fia was taking 0 damage.
Well, she's level 20 and she has more advanced armor.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely Claude's mother.
Undisputed at this point.
I'm thinking so. Yeah. Trice laid it on a little thick. And you know what? I like her, so I think it works.
Yeah. Then again, you like anyone who's a brawler.
I didn't like Tifa.
Well, okay.
I guess there's an exception to every rule. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to argue.
Yeah.
It's just.
Then again, I didn't like Tifa either.
I'm gonna blame Square for that one, but anyway.
Anyway, I'm saving for a reason, so that I can manipulate our first party members' talents.
Okay, this is the last town I reached, I believe. Yeah, I saved right out of here.
The city of Tatroy, home to the Tatroy Arena.
I remember messing around with that arena a couple times just to see if it was. If I was ready for that.
In fact, once you get an item known as the Van Emblem, and you come back
I
here,
really appreciate
if you have the party space, you'll be able to recruit one or two party members.
Roddick's skill with his sword is plain as day. Don't compliment him too much. It'll go right to his head.
Oh,
Ilya. What I do, Ilya? What I do? Jeez.
women.
Well, I have my duties as a knight that I must attend to. So if you'll excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can start to hear it now.
Yeah. No. The girl that's sent her in town. Oh, no, it's Technical 2. And Combat 2. Let's see. What skills do we have? We have Determination. Oh, we got the level 8.
Determination. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Determination. It lowers your SP costs. That's what I was thinking of.
It increases with each level up.
Unlike in Second Evolution and in the PS1 version, which bugged me. I'm like, oh god, I'm used to maxing this out before touching anything else. Now I'm gonna wait a while.
You know that girl over there, right there, Puffy. She does a role play.
Oh yeah, I've tried to get to finish that actually to no avail.
No.
I'm curious. I just wanted to try though.
In order to finish it, you actually have to have her drink the strange liquid that she gives you.
Oh, Puffy, what would we do without you in a Star Ocean game?
Exactly, since, well, depending on their role, depending on the game you're in, you could be pretty evil.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since, if I recall, isn't she one of the people you can recruit for item creation in Star Ocean 3?
Yes, she is. The very last one that comes up. And she has a few interesting quotes at different workshops.
I don't think I ever get used to Star Ocean 3's different mechanics compared to the good old days of 1 and 2.
Certainly, item creation, I'll blame you on, because item creation is a mess in 3.
I guess they had to make everything complicated.
Seriously, to a point where I just said, I'm not going to understand this. I'm going to use online help, and that's it. There's just no other way.
Pet food! Even back in Star Ocean 2, I would abuse the hell out of Familiar. And why not buy a pipe organ for the road? We'll just carry it around.
Hey, if we carried a bunny, this should be nothing.
Yeah.
All those instruments, we're just like, we're just carrying an orchestra around with us everywhere.
Equipment upgrade. Sinclair, which would have been a decent upgrade if we didn't have the Sword of Marvels. Yep, so there's then I realized, wait a minute, did I forget to update everyone's equipment? Yep, I forgot to upgrade everyone's equipment. At least I forgot to equip everything. Because I was so... Well, there we go. Now everyone's equipment is updated, and poor Ilya doesn't even have proper head equipment.
And she can't get shields either, I'm guessing, so jeez.
Yeah, unless you count bucklers, I think.
But I still like to use her in battle because she's Ilya and she's awesome.
Yeah, and yes, you want to stock up on herbs too for compounding. Compounding is another thing that could break the game, considering that you get many powerful medicines.
Yeah, unlike in Star Ocean 3, where unfortunately compounding wasn't that useful. At least not to break the game anyway. That's just my opinion.
The Arena of Tatroy.
And of course I had to try this out. I don't know why, but I just love monster arenas and RPGs. I don't know why. I just love to mess with them.
Yeah, once you get the Van Emblem and you advance up to rank C, with anyone with Roddick, you have a chance of recruiting a new party member. Only if your party size is 6 or lower. Another reprise of Star Ocean Forever.
Oh lord.
Let's see. What are the requirements? No limitations. Awesome. Rules. We can use anything we can, except the fact we cannot use items. Or at least our current items. So
right.
Yeah, there are 5 rounds to each rank. Yeah, ranks. You start off at rank H. Everyone does. Whenever you would compete in the next highest rank. When you rank H, for example, will repeat rank G the next time. The monsters become progressively tougher as the rank increases.
Yes, they do. They most certainly do.
Yeah, it's a gift basket for winning the first time you advance a rank.
And as you know, if you're a Disney fan, that's the proper English greeting. Gift baskets.
Yes. Oh, yes. All food and healing items before entering the fighting pit. Wait, we can't even use food in battle anyway!
What do you think this is? Star Ocean... Oh, wait. Even in 3, you couldn't do that. Except for a few odd exceptions, but, Trice is about oddballs anyway.
If you're in rank A, you can compete again in rank A, but you won't get any additional items after you get the rank A prize.
Instead, get cash.
In fact,
and who can argue with cash?
Yep. In fact, after you if you advance high enough in each rank, or at least with one character, you'll be able to get, I think, a book of secret fighting techniques that enhance your killer moves.
Wow, very nice.
If I remember correctly.
And you would like arenas for a reason.
And note, if you're recruiting, if you not recruit CS, this is your chance to actually recruit our next party member, because you have to advance at least once in the arena.
Oh. Let's go. And I advanced a few times, so.
Wow, this arena.
I mean, for me, considering who I got. Wow.
Wow, this arena sure.
Oh, you have the Sword of Marvels, so.
And wow, this arena wasn't recycled. Yes! Round 2!
That's one thing I did like about Star Ocean in the arena, that you had smartass announcers.
Well,
those two were great.
Yeah, although, you mean in Arena and Star Ocean 3?
Yeah.
Maybe I should actually give that game a try.
I think if you get used to it, it can be a great game. You just have to give it time, let it grow on you.
Not just that, but the complications.
Yeah, unfortunately. That's why I didn't even touch item creation until the very end of the game at the final boss. That's why I finally broke down and tried to learn it. I was able to go fine till then, so...
Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah, rule of thumb, folks, don't let your first RPG be Star Ocean until the end of time.
Which is a damn shame considering it worked for me, but I can understand that it wouldn't work for most others, so... No,
my first RPG was...
Oh, no, I'm sorry, my first in the series. I thought you meant... I missed
I'm a first ever RPG, I meant.
My first ever RPG. Now, that's a tougher one. I want to say it was Secret of Mana for me.
I think for me it was Final Fantasy IV on the Super NES.
Never got to play any Final Fantasies on the SNES until emulation myself.
Final round!
And my first Final Fantasy was 7, so...
That was my first PlayStation RPG. My first PlayStation game, however, was kind of one of those educational ones.
Oh lord, seriously, I didn't know they still made them on the PS1 era.
Well, it was back in 1997. What do you expect?
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Princess Lily! And no, you could actually get some from someone named Jennifer out here.
Okay.
However, it's more or less looks like a guy.
Oh no.
Medical set.
Well, maybe Flea was right. Power's beautiful, and yeah, we got the power, so.
So next time, good fighting and good night.
Good fight, good night. Yeah.
Great job. Anyway, I wish it was a bit stronger. Oh yeah, I think that kid also, has to do with another party member. Sadly, we don't recruit, but you could recruit him if you choose to. But nope, I don't recruit him. Anyway, hello there.
Bunch of puppets, the whole lot of them.
Pardon?
Look at them. All a useless heap of drilled-in techniques.
Mindless sheep, as it were.
Of any of them ever reaching the next level. I've wasted my time coming here.
Yeah, but the thing is, to recruit this guy, you must advance at least once in the arena. And of course, once you get the Van Emblem, and you actually advance high enough in the ranking, you actually get the chance to recruit another party member. In fact, I think if you do a private action with that party member and advance high enough, I think if you win the championship with that character, you unlock that character's secret ending. And I'm referring to, you know that lycanthrope we saw in the opening movie?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the character I'm referring to.
Oh.
Sadly, we don't ever recruit him. And I don't think you'll be able to either with the setup I sent you.
Well, that's okay. That's what multiple playthroughs are for.
Too bad, though, because he was voiced by Vic Mignogna, the voice of Edward Elric.
Oh, Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to want to save the game. Because I don't want to go through the arena again. Just to recruit that guy. But yeah, this party member coming up is actually an enemy we fight in the arena in The Last Hope. And I don't know why, but I think I heard some people say that for some odd reason, when you fight him, they play the incarnation of Devil.
Oh,
I don't
that's
understand.
always a good sign.
I don't understand why. That's just, but that particular track was awesome in The Last Hope.
Wait, are you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy is voiced by someone named Michael McConaughey. That voice does sound familiar.
Yes. Is that where you're headed?
Let's see,
I can't help but notice you're traveling as a couple. Mind if I hear your story?
It's a little complicated, let's put it that way.
I've been traveling the world for many a year now. I'm sure there's something I might be able to help you out with.
yeah, there is.
Well,
Thus, we discuss everything off screen.
Searching for your friends, are you? That's a bit of a tall order, I imagine. This is hardly a small place you're in.
I'll say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michael D. McConaughey.
How about I join you in the search,
Surprisingly enough, in Star Ocean to the End of Time, he voiced Vox.
Duke Vox? Wow.
And the voice of Seth in Street Fighter 4.
Oh hell.
I would be honored.
I think I can kind of hear it.
Ashley Burnbelt,
You're the hero of the demonic
who is
wars.
fightable in The Last Hope. And note, he does have one arm because before the events of when we recruit him, he got his left arm sliced off. Even though, due to how the sprites work in this game,
Ashley.
he seems to always have an arm on his left side when he's in that position.
and I'm Elia Silvestri.
You know, this is it's a curse of sprites. You know.
Yeah.
See, you can tell he was missing a left arm.
Jeez. Yeah, I see that.
Fighting skills at the arena earlier.
Oh yeah, and of course in the new Mortal Kombat, this guy is the voice of Kano.
If you'll forgive me for being trite, you've got
Oh god,
talent.
Kano.
A little rough still, yes, but I'd say the spark is definitely there.
Really?
I can't imagine
Oh, don't
Kano with
start
any
with
voice
that. He's
except
just being
Australian.
polite.
Damn that movie.
Oh, yeah, I knew the voice also sounded familiar for a reason.
It'd be better for him if he
This guy
figured
voiced the
that
character
way
that I actually liked in
and
Castlevania:
leave
Lament of
the
Innocence too.
prize, as they say.
No wonder I could remember this guy.
I suppose so. This is the first time anyone's ever complimented my swordsmanship.
Well, you get used to it, Roddick.
The fundamentals remind
Yeah,
me
the
of
Adaro school
but
of
something about it,
sword fighting.
It's very different.
My father taught me the fundamentals.
My goodness.
And thus
he
you were
taught
able
you
to
the
change
basic
them as
skills
needed.
well, and you've altered them as needed for the battlefield.
That takes
That
skill.
takes skill.
Thus he is very impressed.
Oh, Roddick, the boat's leaving.
Let's get on.
But yeah, not only having a time-tested veteran on our side, voiced by a voice actor veteran.
Talented blood and a talented master.
Oh yeah, and to
Thank
break
my
your brain even
stars I
further,
came to this place
he
today.
voices a
My
Zulog Mon in
must truly be
Tamers.
boundless.
Ashley has joined the party! This track always makes me happy because I know that I've recruited a
Yeah.
member. But yeah, I thought it would break your brain actually.
Lady Fia.
Well, considering I don't know Digimon well past anything after the end of season 2.
Ouch!
What are you doing?
Oh, what the hell is?
Huh?
Oh dear.
Something's not right here. Wait. Huh?
Excuse me, sir. You wouldn't happen to be
Wait,
Ashley,
didn't we just
would
see
you?
her going into the cave and yet
Yeah,
she's...
didn't we just? Where's? I should. What's
What?
funny going on here?
One and the same, yes.
It's me. Don't you remember me, sir?
Yep.
Fia Mel?
Considering that, her father fought alongside you.
Ah, yes, now I remember. You're Lias's daughter.
Yes, Lias Warren.
Yes.
Does that... Well,
It's
gee,
been
why
such
doesn't
a
that
long
name sound
time.
familiar?
Indeed, too long. 10 years, as I recall. Is Lias doing well?
Yeah, for those of you who
Of
caught on,
course.
yes,
We
Lias
couldn't
is
be in
actually
trouble if we were
Cius'
without
father.
his leadership as captain of the Night Corps.
Huh.
So, let's just say
where are you
that,
going? Are you
it-
traveling with this group?
he'll, the conversation between Ashley and Lias will actually explain why, Cius is not around, you know, in Astral.
I'm here to pay the man a visit. Why don't you come by yourself later?
At least this is actually a decent excuse to have Ashley in instead of Cius, since you cannot recruit both.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
Anyway, welcome to
Here it is.
the Lias' home, this rather humble mansion.
Lord Lias, you have visitors.
But yeah, anyway, in terms of Ashley's fighting style,
Coming.
sure, he can only fight one-armed, but still, he's rather useful, even though, due to his limitations with only having one arm, he cannot equip shields.
Of course. Kind of need both limbs for that.
Hmm?
Father, here are your guests.
I should note, Fia is actually Lias' adopted daughter.
Ashley?
Oh.
Oh, Ashley.
So, thus, she actually does have
How
feelings for
long
Cius,
has it
even
been?
though she's not one to actually admit
Too
it.
long. Glad to see you are well. Where's the kid?
She obviously is referring to
Is he in the
Cius.
castle?
Hmm.
Tell you about that later. By the way, who did you come with?
These are
Wait
my
a minute.
traveling companions.
Why does... I don't understand.
Well,
I think
these
Lias'
friends of
voice sounds
Ashley's
familiar.
are honored guests of mine.
I don't know
Thank you for
why.
coming. Feel free to make the most of my humble abode during your stay in Astral.
Hmm.
I don't know. Probably someone will mention it in the comments. If they're watching, that is. Considering that we're those people that you watch when you have nothing else to do, I guess.
Humble abode, huh?
Oh, somebody watches this too.
There's a huge market on Earth for antiques like these. You'd have to be an Admiral-class officer to afford a place like this.
Hmm.
Well, might as well enjoy it while we can.
Yeah, that's,
So,
However
now
briefly
what?
that's gonna be.
We've got to keep
Yeah.
searching for Millie and the captain.
Yeah, but first, let's walk around town for a bit.
I'm with you there. Let's take a look around. I'd like to do some weapon shopping.
Even though I don't need a new weapon.
Right. We'll meet back here when
And
we're
in fact, later on, I actually learned replication. And I even replicated my Sword of Marvels for Ash.
Oh, I've done that even for money even too. So.
It doesn't sell that much in this game.
Oh, really? Wow. It seemed like it sold for quite a bit in Second Story, if not Second Evolution as well.
No, in First Departure, it's only for like 25,000 full, I think.
You
Oh,
look
man.
haggard.
I swear there's a lot more.
Oh,
Mm.
Couldn't be
I guess
me, though.
so. Ever since my son left the house, perhaps.
Yeah, this explains why we can only
What
recruit
happened between
Ashley
you two?
or CS, but not both.
The
In fact-
Yeah, so I'm
captain
imagining the
post
conversation's
in
gonna be a lot
First
different
Night
when I go
Corps
through
opened
here.
up just as my
Yeah,
son
very,
joined
considering
the
that
force.
CS won't hardly ever
I
want to
couldn't
actually
find
approach
anyone
his
with the right
father.
field experience for the position, so I recommended
And in fact,
CS.
you could choose to
A
recruit
move
neither of them,
generated some very painful
and actually recruit
criticism.
Fia as your third-party
They
member.
wound up putting him through the ringer.
However,
And I
this would
feel it
actually
was all
affect her
my
later,
doing.
because considering that if you recruit Fia
I should
later
make it
instead
clear
of
that CS
earlier,
being nominated
you'll be
had
able to get her
absolutely
secret
nothing
fighting
to do with
technique
him
book.
being my son.
I understand that.
Oh,
And I know perfectly well
So,
how talented
basically-
he is, too. He probably didn't
basically,
realize how
CS
good
was
he
actually
back then.
drafted into the Night Corps.
That may be true, but
Uh,
perhaps I was
okay,
rushing
against his
things a little
wishes.
too quickly.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm sure it must have made him an extremely distrustful young man.
Distrustful
of the
indeed.
Corps, of his father, even of himself.
And Fia took the bulk of the
Oh,
pain,
boy.
too. Don't mention CS around her, all right?
Sure,
She-
sure.
Well, she had a fondness for CS, so you could say this whole knight captain situation completely
Ew.
flipped that on its head.
That made it worse actually. The
girls.
fact that CS
Difficult to deal with at
CS had the
that age.
potential to become
If
Knight
that's how
Captain,
bad things
and what
became,
also
I
made it
doubt
worse
there's
is that
much you
people
could
were,
do.
I think, spreading rumors
Besides,
that
time
it was
smooths
because he was
everything
Laius'
over.
son.
That's a nice thought, but who
But nope,
knows?
since CS left, Fia became Knight Captain. Well, even though Laius is still the leader of the Astral Knights, so he still has seniority. Anyway, what is this guy selling?
At least there's a convenient save point in town.
Yep, and pet food, magic canvas, feather pen, iron.
You know, if there's a Star Ocean 3, that sleeping gas would be a lot more useful.
Anyway, grocer.
Cost done.
The desert's gifts. What do we get? Gelatinous slime and wobbly slime.
Maybe more fun to play with than eat. I love the item description in these games.
Hey, there's always room for Jello.
Oh, Bill Cosby would certainly be proud of that.
Mm-hmm. Not sure if he's still around or not. Nah, who knows? Oh, skill shop. Anything new? No, nothing.
Damn.
Well, we don't have the skill points anyway. Anyway,
Still, these things are nice to have, so...
we got a new piece of equipment for Elia. Kung Fu top.
Oh, about time.
Mm-hmm. That's oddly enough, Perichi actually equips bikinis as her armor.
Oh, of course.
And
Oh,
she
God.
can equip robes as well though. I think. I know.
Oh, it's like playing Saigon Tetsu 3 all over again.
Eh.
Angela could equip bikinis. Resident Black Mage and Rebellious Princess, and she wears bikinis, of course.
Well, at least it wasn't as bad as Lulu.
Lulu and 10,000 belts.
Or what I call Miss Bondage Gear.
Miss, I don't need a pregnant model in 10-2. We'll just call it that. Freaking plot devices. Lazy Square. Anyway, that's off topic.
Oh boy, and
Well, I don't like the sounds of this.
Laius?
what the hell?
Fia! What
What?
have you done?
What the?
You gotta be kidding me. This can't be right.
Wait!
Was that Fia?
I can't believe this. It must be some mistake.
Something's
Who got
definitely
it?
not
She's after
right.
her.
A
Well,
little fishy.
Right.
it's Scooby-Doo mystery. Let's get into the van.
Well, we are meddling kids, a bunch of meddling kids, so I think it works.
Yeah, Ashley Burnbelt, Highlander. Ooh, yes, he has originality and animal instinct. Awesome.
Highlander, yes, but is he immortal?
No, he's mortal.
Okay, good. It's a lot less messy that way.
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, he cannot have. Obviously, he cannot have Blessing of Mana, but he cannot have Nimble Fingers or Design Sense. So he's not good with crafting, machinist, or art. Oddly enough, crafting is actually requires originality.
Of course.
But yeah, if you keep him away from those three item creation skills, then you're okay.
Statue that heals you.
Yeah,
Nifty. I'm sorry, I just wasn't expecting that.
of course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you have the pickaxe, you can actually grab minerals from certain areas. Make sure you have the pickaxe equipped on at least one character to do this in certain caves.
Yeah.
No mercy!
This ought to be a good fight.
Alright, let's get him.
The way you said no mercy reminded me of a completely unrelated movie. That's incredible.
Well,
My mind jumped from RPGs to a football movie.
actually,
My mind's amazing.
It's over? Too weak!
nah, I was thinking more of Pocket Fighter.
No mercy. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which oddly enough, that can only be played on PS3 right now, but not PSP or the Vita.
That is.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, whereas CS can equip two-handed swords, Ashley equips long swords like Rada can. So they more or less have this. They more or less can equip the same weapon.
Funny enough that you mentioned Pocket Fighter, so I actually have that on disc. But anyway.
Wow. Well, actually, speaking of on disc stuff, would you believe I actually found Saga Frontier? Yeah, it's a rather obscure RPG that Squaresoft made back in the day.
At least I've heard the name, yeah.
Yes, yeah, the Saga series. Big Witch, don't ever get Unlimited Saga. That game is lame.
Jeez.
But yeah, survival, uprising. Let's see, what group uprising? Yeah, group uprising is rather useful. It allows you to manipulate shop costs.
Oh yes, very useful.
Group
Could
uprising.
use something like that in
Yes.
frickin' Star Ocean 3.
Yeah, speaking of group uprising, we just learned it. But you want to get Orchestra as soon as possible as well. That is perhaps the best super specialty in the game.
Hands down. Star Ocean 3 was crying out for Orchestra, for crying out loud. Jeez.
Considering
Oh.
Impressive.
I know I keep talking about SO3, but item creation was a bit of a nightmare in that game at times.
Oh great, the slimes can divide.
Yes, but they give more experience that way.
Hey, yeah.
Guess it really was that simple.
Bubble lotion acquired.
And something unknown.
Yep. Anyway, what was I trying to say before we got interrupted by a random encounter? Oh yeah, Orchestra. Orchestra, pretty much a lot for the time it's played. You're able to have a semblance of having all talents, and actually have an improved chance of learning a talent.
And you have high success rate in a lot of item creation. If not all of it, so.
So yeah, you want to learn it. Of course, the problem is you have to learn songs in order to actually get Orchestra.
Yeah, you have instruments, you have party members, you need friggin' songs, but
What
it's
a
worth it,
pain.
it's worth it though.
Yeah, you need songs, you need and you need instruments. Ugh. Stupid knights and your swinging sword.
Be throwing your swords around, that's not nice.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
More like a 7.5.
I'd say that was 8 out of 10. At least it wasn't a 5, so.
5 out of 10? Ah, yes. We gotta give her some killer moves.
Well, about time, jeez, man.
Let's see, double slash and firestorm blade.
Well, I hope Double Slash works out better for him than it did for Albel.
Let's see, where should we go now? This way. Oh, can't even get up there, but we can get.
That's no. But at least you got a crystal out of it.
What kind of crystal?
Well, let's just say it wasn't one from Final Fantasy. It's not that important.
Yep. Yeah, let's use air slash instead of shockwave swirl. Since shockwave swirl is just a close range air slash.
Yeah.
Even though I'm kind of weird, it's kind of weird that they actually combined the two killer moves in Star Ocean 2.
That threw me off, confused me. I'm like, what the hell? How did they combine these? That doesn't make sense. I'm lost.
Yeah, the bubble lotions we acquired earlier, that gives you a chance to inflict instant death. Let's see, protect your friends, or I changed that to save your special arts so that I can serve their MP. Because their physical attacks are just as powerful.
That is better to save the MP for boss fights anyway. So.
The Astral City. Yes, I decided to cut back on backtracking after I grabbed another chest or so. Ah, come on.
There. Jeez, game, don't be picky.
Green barrel. And
there, green barrel.
Yeah, we got a mysterious item.
Gotta love identifying, except when it fails. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're like...
It's like, oh, come on, how hard would it figure out it was a scrap of paper? Jeez.
Sinclair.
Oh, so much failed writing.
Ah, we got some customization fodder. Anyway, another
number 1.
1,200 gold.
Money makes the mirror to go, as somebody said once.
And stupid item limit. You can only carry 20 of each item.
Yeah, that really comes back to for fun in Star Ocean 3. It's against super bosses, but yeah.
Not to mention that the item limit also is present in the Tales series. Namely, if I remember correctly, Tales of Symphonia.
Supposedly some of the team from the Tales games is what split off to make the Star Ocean games, but that...
No, yeah, probably so. Even though I only have the same composer for both series.
So I guess that means Tales game has good music just as good, and I love the music for Star Ocean, so...
No, I think Batoy Sakuraba, actually, I think that's how it's pronounced. I think he does a better job with Star Ocean than Tales.
Oh, really? Huh, I'd be surprised.
And look at that, just like that, we edited all the trip back. Because I didn't want to waste any more time.
And here we are.
Yep. Save points. Even though this boss is pathetically easy with my current longsword. I felt like healing anyway.
You know, where's the tent when you need it?
Sadly not in this game.
Damn you, Final Fantasy, you got me all used to stuff. There you are.
You just don't let up, do you?
And why should we?
Fia, do you have any idea what you've just done?
You mean how I killed that old fossil?
Oh boy.
That definitely didn't sound like... Yeah, that figures. Oh, gee, that monster looks familiar. Ugh.
Everything would have gone past
Darth Widow.
Nice, guys, real nice.
A Demon World assassin.
Demon World.
You all.
How about you die, considering that you're gonna die in like a few hits from my sword? Especially if I use Firestorm Blade.
Normally wouldn't bother, but you've urged me.
Come on,
as
let's
Alpha
get
would say.
moving.
Yeah, come on, let's get moving.
Firestorm
Double slash! Double slash!
Watch this, you are horribly weak to fire.
That's pretty weak, yeah.
Come on, yeah.
Jeez.
Just like
Murder
that.
thing shit.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
This time I'm gonna agree.
Mhm.
10 out of 10.
And Ashley gained a level.
Well, it's settled. Let's return to town. I fear for Lias's life.
But he's actually fine. His injuries weren't fatal, as
I'll go
opposed
see
to when
how
you
Lias
recruit
is doing.
Fia.
Take that monster's head to the castle and explain.
Considering
to them
that
what happened.
if you choose not, considering that if you chose not to recruit Ashley or Cius, let's just say if you chose not to recruit either of them, Lias dies,
Thank all of you
Oh,
for
jeez.
dealing with this
and
grave
Fia is blamed.
grew any worse.
Oh god.
She's
Yes,
thrown in
my
jail,
lord.
and you could choose to actually release her
There's
from
no
jail,
need for such stiffness,
effectively
Ashley.
making her a
I
fugitive.
would like to think we're on better terms than that by now.
However, at the end of the game, it's
I'm
revealed
told
that
Lias is safe and his injuries are
her
not
innocence was
life-threatening.
actually proven
If you'll
thanks to
forgive
her
my imprudence,
subordinates.
I am happy that this affair brought us back together. For
So
the
in a
first
way,
time in a dozen
things
years.
worked out in the end.
But what goal
As
did
long
that
as they work
monster
out,
assassin have?
Yeah.
Why does she disguise herself as me to attack Lord Lias?
Clearly to frame you and get you out of the way
I
for
do
something.
have my
Oh,
ideas.
The king knows, but he's
I'm
not gonna
afraid I
say.
must keep them to myself for now.
There are just theories,
I
probably don't
understand,
scare
Your
anyone.
Majesty.
More importantly, We must find some way to reward all of your efforts.
Oh, yes, my lord. I would like to thank all of you for your quick and effective support. Without you, my honor as a knight would have been irreversibly destroyed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, not at all.
Just do it. Doing what we do. Somebody had to do the right thing.
Lunar Talisman, Cinderella Glass, 200 skill points.
Oh, nice.
Those are some nice rewards.
Can't believe they actually hand out skill points.
Shall we get going?
Yeah.
That's not something that
Most
popped up in Star
definitely.
Ocean 2 that I recall.
Are you sure you must go, Master Ashley?
Yeah.
Yes. Please give my best to Lias once he regains consciousness.
Certainly.
And one more thing.
Oh boy.
Yes?
You have to stop thinking about Cius all the time. You know as well as I do that he'll come back.
Boy.
No, I'm not thinking about
You still
him.
thinking that, huh?
He betrayed us. All of us.
Not really. He couldn't handle.
The way you
He couldn't
see it,
handle all that
I'm sure he
responsibility.
has his reasons.
Let's talk about
That's not fair
Cius.
for it to be
Talk about,
forced on them. Jeez.
talk about Cius to
Hey,
gain more
you don't
affection
mean
points.
Our Cius, do you?
Wait, our yeah, he's
Hour? I like how he put
You've
that.
met him?
yeah.
Assuming we're talking about the same person.
Well, at least he's alive then.
She's great. She's relieved about that.
If you ever run into him
Which we
again,
won't.
there's
Oh,
something
he's
I
a
want
big
you
old
to say.
jerk. Nice.
Tell him I said he's a
Unfortunately,
huge
we don't
jerk.
run into him again.
Oh yeah, this conversation's definitely
sure.
have to go differently when I go
He'd
through
kill
here.
me for sure if I said that.
So, what's your plan now?
Get the hell out of
Searching for
Dodge.
our lost companions.
Yeah, we had to search for our
Any
lost
clue
party
where they
members. Nope, no clue.
Not a one.
Oh, we're completely separated.
Well, why don't you try the
The
Purgatorium?
Purgatorium.
Oh, that sounds like a real friendly place. Why should we go there?
If you choose to go, you will actually get a chance to get a new party member. However,
An artifact called the Eye of
if you
Truth is hidden
but
there.
however, this will mean this means that if you recruit this party member,
A
you
crystal
will
ball that
more or less
protects any
not
cyber
get Millie
person
back
the
until
wearer wishes to
Civilent.
see.
That's what I hear.
But if you choose to ignore the Purgatorium,
I'm leery of relying
you
on
could
an
actually
old tale
get
like
Millie back
that.
sooner, I
What do
think.
you think, Roddick?
But let's go to the Purgatorium now.
If we
Hey, we're
had
already
the
in a
Eye
strange
of
enough
Truth,
adventure. Why shouldn't we
maybe
believe
we
this?
could use it to find out where Millie and the captain are. I say we give it a shot.
It won't be easy to find.
Oh,
Legend has it that the Eye of Truth is behind a hidden entrance separate from the main one.
Oh great, Legend of the Hidden
Well,
Temple business.
Still better than nothing.
We have to put a
Let's
silver monkey together. Forget it. We're done.
So,
Yeah.
where is the Purgatorium?
North of here is the
Darn
crow
that
flies.
monkey.
If you leave Tatroy and follow the mountains to your right, you'll find a cave. It's on the other side of that.
well, it makes sense. The thing is,
Unfortunately, I
if you
don't
go
know
to the
anything about where
Purgatorium
the
now,
hidden
you could
door might be
recruit a new
located.
party member
I'm sorry.
who is a symbologist. And however, but if you have Ashley in the party, this is highly recommended.
Once you find the main gate,
Because you need
perhaps you
both
can try
Ashley
searching the
and
mountains
that
to the
party
rear.
member to recruit the best mage in the
Thank you very
game.
much. We'll check it out right away.
Well,
So,
thanks for all
well,
you've
I more or
done
less
for
took the
us,
easy
Tina.
route, I suppose.
Tell Elias we said hello too.
Then I actually like
Safe
the best
travels.
mage in the game.
Hmm.
Because she actually can learn Raise Dead.
Oh god. Invaluable, I should imagine.
Yeah,
Which is hilarious considering Star Ocean 3, it's kind of... That's another story, I'm afraid.
So, let's go travel to the Purgatorium.
I know people at this point are like, oh my god, is he gonna stop comparing it to Star Ocean 3? Can you shut up about that? Well, no,
Oh,
because Star Ocean 3 is my first Star Ocean. I have to compare it to all the other games.
Exactly, and
I have to note the differences.
note, if you actually do if you do analyze certain spots in the Purgatorium, you'll get free skill points.
Which you want to save.
Yep, for when you get sorry, hiccups. For when you get a full party.
To get a full benefit from it.
hmm
Of course, I imagine Trice was banking on you not figuring this out.
And now we can max out determination.
I can't wait till I can do that.
Oh, Ashley had just enough points.
Just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
We could choose to do private actions now, but I'm trying to save as many as I can for later. Even though I think some of them might become invalid later. Oh, look at that! Oh, it just
Loading. Come on, guys. We're not on the PS1 anymore. No excuses for this.
And although you can actually eject the disc while you're walking on the map to actually prevent encounters from appearing for a while until you actually have to load another part of the map.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. That's oh man.
Other
Other RPGs have tricks, but not that one. No one's that good. Wow.
Although I'm kind of nervous about that because I'm always worried, what if it crashes my game?
I can understand. Yes, it's Star Ocean 2 on PS1 is already pretty crash heavy to begin with. So.
Not just that, but I'm worried, what if it damages my PSP to the point where I can't play UMDs anymore?
Oh, the PSP version. Okay, I was thinking PS1. Sorry.
I was talking about PSP.
My bad.
Oh,
Misunderstood.
what a pain.
Here they come!
Oh, great, mages. Oh, actually, those are clerics. So they only use healing skills.
So white mages can be bad.
Yeah.
I can feel the power flowing.
That's why the enemy always goes for your white mage first. They have a reason.
Yeah. So effectively, we actually get 3 healers in this game.
Which is amazing and a little overkill, but hey.
Although their use is actually different for each one. Well.
Oh, okay.
One of them is, of course, Millie, and she knows very little in terms of offense. Then you have our next party member coming up, who uses water, wind, light, and earth. And also knows a few healing symbology skills.
Behind us!
How did they get behind us?
Oh, great, back attack. And there's
They got behind us by walking, I imagine. But
and then there is the formerly unplayable character, who actually can use fire and light and higher tier healing skills.
wow.
Anyway, see you at part 7 for when we go into the Purgatorium.